Officially live. Alrighty, you guys. Welcome in. Um, Give me 1 second here. Down towards you, overall view. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. We're gonna start in a moment. And actions. Okay. All right. Welcome in. Hi, love Aquarius. Yes, I am here. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was like really freaking tired. So I decided just wait till Sunday. All right. So this is going to be no contact reading. We're going to do this one again as requested by you guys. So yes, all signs reading. It is general. If you guys want a private reading, you can book through my website, which is linked down below in the description box. And yeah, let's get into it. Let me get your timestamp. Got a sip of coffee. And let's get started here. All right, Aries. If you are in separation from somebody, Aries, let's look into what is going on with that person. So, what is their overall energy towards you? Yes, looks like you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Virgo here, Aries. Someone's definitely withdrawn here, a little bit like on the fence about the whole connection between you and them. It looks like they just right now they're kind of just in this energy where they need to take a step back and be alone, right? Be in the energy of solitude in order to figure out how they feel. Someone's not sure about how they feel here. Okay. Yeah, then we got 3 of Wands here. So yeah, somebody's like intentionally keeping their distance from you right now, Aries. Tell me more about their energy towards you. King of Swords. Okay, so Aries, what I'm seeing here is somebody really wanting to balance out their, mental and like their thoughts towards the connection and their feelings towards the connection. They're taking both of those things into consideration at this time. I do feel like there's a little bit of a conflicting energy between, what they think and how they feel, especially with this Virgo and Pisces. Like, right, Virgo and Pisces are like opposite signs. So it's like, Virgo is, although they're an earth sign, they are ruled by Mercury. So they're very like mental. Like there's a lot of this mental energy going on, right? And then with the Hanged Man being the Pisces energy, I feel like that is like them in their emotions, right? So they could be going back and forth in this kind of like looking at one end of the spectrum versus like the other end of the spectrum. Let's see what the overall energy between you guys is. The World, okay? So it's almost like at this point, you guys, you have 2 choices. You can either end this cycle or you can essentially like wrap the cycle up. So you're kind of just like, again, that kind of makes sense with like the Hangman energy being here, because it's like, all right, we're hanging in the balance. We kind of just like are in limbo here, right? So there's like this energy of what do we do? Do we wrap the cycle up or do we restart the cycle? Okay. Let's see. How do you see them? They may have told you, Aries, that they need some space. They may have told you that they need some space right now. They need time to figure something out. Um, you are either aware of the fact that they're spying on you, or you know that, like, you know that they're spying on you, or you're wondering if they're spying on you. They are. They are keeping tabs on you, even though you guys are in separation. But you also are like, you see them as someone who is very successful at what they do. Like, there's like, in their life, just in general, you see this person as someone who always gets what they want. I feel like that bothers you, Aries, that this person always gets what they want. But it's almost like they're giving off this energy like things kind of have to be their way. Like, it's almost like they're not taking like how you feel into consideration here. How do they see you? How do they currently see you during this no contact period? Yeah, they are very, like I said, this person's like conflicted here. I feel like the conflict, although it's like between their emotions and their mind, there's definitely, yeah, see, it's between, look, it's so funny because you got both fives here. The Five of Cups, the emotions, and the Five of Swords, the mental, right? So it's like this person, they miss you. Okay, they do miss you. However, something about the connection doesn't make sense to them logically. So they're like, it really like, to them, it's almost like irrelevant whether they miss you or not, because if the connection doesn't logically make sense, like they're not taking their emotions into consideration as much. So not only are they not taking your emotions into consideration, they're not really taking their emotions into consideration. However, what I feel like is really going on here, Aries, is that when you and this person are together, they do feel deeply into their emotions. So it almost feels like they want to be away from you in order to make the most informed decision about what they should do, if that makes sense. Like they don't want to be influenced by your emotions here. How do you feel though, Aries? So you're wondering if there's like a third party situation here. I also feel like you know, there's a deeper bond here, in a sense that like this person's friendship means something to you as well, Aries. Like, even if you can't be in a relationship with them, like a romantic relationship with them, you would still want them in your life as a friend. How do they feel? Three of Swords, Four of Wands. They are okay. So although they're like not speaking to you right now, or they're not really like giving you any energy, I do feel like this hurts them, Aries. Like, they're not happy about the situation. Um, Also, the thing is here, I feel like, you know, this person is looking for commitment, Aries. And it's just like they don't necessarily see you as the, like, I'm sorry to say this, but they don't see you as the one that they want to commit to. So again, it's like this strong energy of like like emotionally they feel something for you, but then they're like, well, you know, as far as like me and Aries being in a serious relationship, I don't see it working for whatever the reasons are, okay? They don't think that you and them would be compatible that way. Like, emotionally you're compatible, right? But this person, you know, and the good news is they obviously like understand the deeper levels of relationships, right? Because a lot of us just get really caught up in our emotions, and we just kind of focus on that when it comes to relationships, whereas this person's like, okay, yes, the emotional aspect of relationships matters, but if it doesn't make sense logically, like they would rather save themselves the time and the heartache. And they're already feeling that heartache now, regardless of the fact that you guys haven't really been in a like full-blown commitment. So what are their intentions here? Oh, damn, they really do like you, Aries. They really do. They're hoping that if they put this distance between you, that their feelings are going to fade over time. Let's see if they're going to take any action here. They really want to make a decision about this, but they're torn. So they're going to continue to keep the distance at this time. We have the Three of Wands. So they're going to continue to keep their distance at this time. They're not really planning on coming forward here right now. However, we are in the Mercury retrograde shadow period. So it'll be interesting to see that if it's ever going to change, that's when it's going to change. And we do have the Judgment card as the outcome here. So there is there's a possibility that this person could come back and reach out during Mercury retrograde here. It's November 9th, I believe, Mercury retrograde until the 29th, or like the end of the month. So almost all of November. But yeah, so, you know, they're taking a lot of things into consideration right now, and they're trying to make a decision here. So we'll see. Only time will tell, Aries, because this person really wants to try and keep their distance, but it looks like they still feel this pull towards you. So that's what we got. I got Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo. And then we have fixed energy, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Let's get their hidden truth. What is this person's hidden truth towards Aries, please? I love you unconditionally. I want to start over. Okay. So that's what we got, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. You guys, give me 1 second here. I'll be right back. All right, Taurus, thank you for all of you who are hitting that like button. Okay. For my Taurus collective, if you haven't checked out the Taurus monthly reading, I have started posting the monthly readings. I think I got up to Cancer or Leo. But if you haven't checked out the November monthly readings, the Taurus one was so good. Like, I can't even remember now. I just remember how I felt about the reading, but it was really good. So if you haven't checked it out and you're a Taurus, please go check out that reading. So let's see for my Taurus collective, the person they are in no contact with. We have a Queen of Wands here, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, Taurus, okay? This is someone that you're, like, very, very attracted to. Queen of Wands, huh, Taurus, yeah. You got the one who's getting a lot of attention here. One who's very attractive, very sure of themselves as well. This person has a lot of confidence in themselves, Taurus. This will have like a very powerful aura, like this magnetism, this like strong sexual energy around them that draws people in, okay? Like, you know, despite this person, they do kind of show up with this little bit of jealousy energy as well. They like to be the only one who's getting the attention. Now, the dangerous thing about when you're not in contact with someone, but it's like they don't want your attention right now, but they also don't really want you to give your attention to anyone else. What's their energy towards you? And your card went flying. Okay, so somebody is this is, I feel like the energy is a little selfish here, Taurus, because it's like I'm not content with the connection. Like, I'm feeling bored with it, but I don't want, like, they get jealous if or when they see you giving your attention to someone else, okay? So, although this person rejected you, underneath all that, you know, false confidence they give off, or whether it's true or false, I'm only saying false is because there is some insecurity showing up here with the Four of Cups, right? Like, this is that they are not used to being rejected. You may have made this person feel rejected in some way. You may not even be aware of what you did or said or how, you know. I do feel like this person comes with a lot of entitlement in their energy as well. Like, they're showing up with a lot of this very entitled to your time and attention, which is interesting because they may leave you on red for like 3 days. And then when they message you, they're going to get mad if you don't answer them instantly. Like, damn. All right. What's the overall energy between you? See the Eight of Wands. Someone's like in denial about how they feel. I don't know, Taurus. It's like they told you that you're not what they want. Maybe they told you guys are not compatible in some way, but the energy seems very exciting between you. Like, this is one of those kind of situations where you can feel that there's something there, but the other person won't admit it. The other person's in denial. How do you see them? They're very guarded. You see them as very guarded. Things may have been moving really quickly between you at some point before this separation began, Taurus. Things were moving quickly. There was a lot of talking, communication back and forth, okay? There was excitement in the air. There was passion. And then all of a sudden, this person is like put a wall up here. How do they see you? Damn. Okay, we're gonna need to clarify this. The Tower. You've caused some sort of upheaval in this person's life. Tell me more, please. Why is the Tower here? Okay, the Magician. So Taurus, they may have told you I'm not trying to, like, you know, feed your delusion or get your hopes up in any way, Taurus, but this to me is screaming the energy of someone who pretends that they're not interested or shows up, kind of comes off as like nonchalant, like they don't care. They care. Oh, they care. They are just used to being, okay, so the way you feel about this person, of how their like energy is so magnetic and whatnot, they feel that way about you too. They're just not used to being on that side of things, you know? They're used to the one having that kind of energetic control. So when they feel like someone's doing that to them, you know, like it's showing up to them as like them almost like being in shock that like, okay, why am, like, usually people are going crazy over me, but they're actually pretty freaking crazy about you, Taurus. How do you feel? How do you feel? You want the reconciliation. I feel like you're pretty sure that you're like almost certain that this person's gonna come back around. This may be like a pattern that you recognize here. They disappear for a bit and then they come back around. I think it's a kind of like their attempt at keeping themselves in control here. Yeah, see, they're They're putting the distance. Why the Three of Wands? They're putting distance between you and them. Why the Three of Wands? Yeah, they're waiting for their energy to feel in balance again. Something you do to this person, Taurus, you make them feel out of balance. So they're waiting for your energy for their energy to come back into balance, okay? I feel like you're not stressing too much about this though. Like you're kind of aware of what's going on like a higher level. Like you can see it. You know what I mean? Like you guys can see what's going on with this person. They think that they're like they think that by doing this, it gives them their power back because they're like, okay, let me like throw Taurus for a loop here. Taurus isn't going to see my next move, but you can see their next move. Like you can see exactly what they're doing. What is their intention here? To be flaky. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse. Their intention is to be inconsistent with you. Like, this is what they're doing. Now, the only reason I don't like this Knight of Wands as well is because we know that Knight of Wands, they're not serious. They're not in a committal energy. They're the player, right? This person definitely has, like, other people that they're giving attention to. The Six of Pentacles wanted to come out as well. So I do feel like, you know, they give you attention only on their terms. Yeah, they'll be back. You were right. You know it, though. You already knew that they're coming back. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these readings today, like the outcome is someone coming back around. Because like I said, we are in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So I do see them reaching out. Okay. Again, like some of you guys may have been left on red for several days or weeks here. Just know that everything this person does is strategic, Taurus. Everything they do is like they know what they're doing. You know, they know exactly what they're doing. They're doing it with a reason here, with a strategy. So, you know, it's just not very genuine, right? But anyway, that's what I got for you guys. We got Sag here, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio. Their hidden truth, please, for Taurus. Hidden truth for Taurus and the person they're in separation from. Hidden truth for Taurus. I am waiting patiently. They're waiting patiently for something. I feel like you may test this person's patience here a little bit, Taurus. We have, I admire you. I saved your texts and messages. All right, Gemini is next. No problem, Kimberly. Yeah, you guys, I can't really like see the chat too much. The phone is above my head. I keep meaning to try like set my tripod up a different way so that like maybe it's like on more of an angle and I can see the chat better. So I only kind of see it when I stand up to look at the timestamps here. So if I'm not responding, that is why. All right, Gemini is next. The person that Gemini is currently in no contact with. The person that Gemini is in no contact with. Oh. We got a very defensive energy showing up here, Gemini. Someone kind of switched up on you. All of a sudden, this person is acting strange, acting defensive. I feel like someone's, some of you guys, like, either before the no contact, or you're watching this because the contact has really slowed down, okay? For those of you who are not like completely in no contact, but this person is just not giving much to the situation, like you're getting one word kind of answers from them, you know, like when you're texting and you're trying to keep a conversation going, it's almost feeling like you're the only one who's keeping the conversation going, and they're just kind of giving these one word answers, LOLs, you know, an emoji, because it just feels like they're trying to like end the conversation. They are in a little bit of a defensive energy here. So I don't know what they did that they feel like they're pushing you away. It feels like they switched up though. Yeah, they've impulsively switched up on you. So Gemini, you know, there's like a lack of communication here. Okay. For some of you guys, there's like something, I don't necessarily feel like they're lying to you about something. There's just a truth that they're not telling you. Like there's something that they should tell you or should communicate to you, but they're not communicating it to you. For some of you guys, it's because, you know, they don't feel like things are moving forward anymore, but they don't want to tell you that because they don't want to hurt you. Okay, so instead they're just trying to avoid like a conflict here. They're trying to avoid the confrontation. What's the overall energy here? The Ace of Wands. So Gemini, this could have been a relationship that felt quite physical to you. Very, very physical in the sense that like, maybe it didn't go anywhere emotionally. Maybe it didn't really get off the ground here. There's definitely like a lot of passion and chemistry between you, but I don't really see it getting like moving past that, or it hasn't moved past that. How do you see this person? You might work with them, Gemini. If you don't work with them, you're just seeing them as somebody who works a lot, or maybe they're like, you know, using the excuse that they've been so busy with work as to why they haven't really been reaching out or communicating. Okay, tell me more, please, for Gemini. Well, you really like this person, though. You have a lot of love for them. How do they see you? It also feels like you're aware that they may be trying to make a decision, or they've made a decision here about you. They're trying to move on from you, Gemini. Somebody's trying to move away from this. I don't know what I don't know, Gemini, because there's some sort of energy here about like, if they continue to deal with you, it like gets them worked up. Like, so not like gets them worked up, but you know what I mean? Like there's something that they may not be telling you. So it's like they feel like the more they communicate with you here, they're eventually gonna either slip up, or they're eventually going to have to say something, because they feel like if they continue the conversation, like you're gonna start asking questions, you know? So they're trying to keep it like light, keep it minimal, keep it like peaceful, calm. Yeah, they definitely switched up their energy here. How do you feel? Like you're waiting. You're tired of waiting. You're also like, you know, reevaluating this whole thing, because again, like they've just switched up their energy. So you're like, well, what the heck is going on? But you're kind of just like waiting to see what happens. Like you're like, all right, you know, you keep kind of putting energy into this, but they're not really investing much energy into it either. Okay. Yeah, their feelings, 2 wands in reverse. They may have like bailed on some sort of plans with you, Gemini, and like had an excuse, but they've never like rescheduled, or they never like tried to make another plan. They never said, okay, well, I can't make it tonight, but let's do this like next week. They may have just said, oh, we're gonna have to reschedule, but then that was that. Like they never really said anything else about when you guys are gonna see each other again. Now they've just started acting cold with the Queen of Swords. Why exactly are they acting cold here? I need to know. Why exactly are they acting cold? There's something has triggered disappointment in them, or sadness. I don't know if it has to do with you or has to do with something else, Gemini, but they definitely are feeling like they're having doubts, okay? They could be going through something in their personal life. Their heart's very closed off right now. Yeah, they're not very open. Their heart's not very open right now, Gemini. Let's see what their intention is. Oh, damn. 7 of Swords. Yeah, they're keeping something from you. There's some sort of dishonesty here, my loves. Like they're withdrawn for a reason, okay? And it's you should not feel sorry for this person. They're not, yeah, they're going through stuff, but it's something that they brought on themselves here by being dishonest. Okay, what's their next action? Oh, well, you are going to hear from them again. They're going to come back in. They may even be like, oh, you know, Gemini, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I haven't like been reaching out as much. Let's see, what's the outcome? Because I feel like they're going to try, like, again, they're delaying, like trying to make plans with you, but they may come in eventually and try to make another plan here with you soon. Yeah, it feels like they've been kind of like delaying something happening here. So, you know, I don't know if there's like somebody else who's been in the picture and then they end up like disappointed by that situation. It doesn't work out. So then they kind of come around and circle back to you here, Gemini. So that's what I've got. We got Sagittarius here, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Let's get their hidden truth. I'm starting to understand our connection. I lost myself for a little while. Okay. They are in that energy of like self-sabotage this week. So I do feel like they're gonna come back around. Mind you, I didn't really see anything about a third party there, so I don't know what the reason is exactly, Gemini, but there's something that they're not being totally upfront and honest with you about. And I don't see them coming in and telling you the truth either. So that's what we got. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer moon. Yes, you can check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs if the sun sign energy does not resonate with you. All right, Cancer. Who is the person Cancer is in no contact with? We have High Priestess energy here. Pisces. Someone's gone silent on you. They're hiding something, Cancer. There's definitely this kind of secret energy here with the High Priestess. She is the keeper of secrets, so she does tend to represent someone who's withholding information, someone who's hiding something. Okay, something you don't see beyond, like someone's kind of pulled the wool over your eyes here, Cancer. Like, you know, she represents the veil between the truth and reality. Oof, the devil. I don't know if I like this energy. Okay, Cancer, the devil and the high priestess together is some pretty dark ass energy, okay? Someone could be feeling, or I mean, showing up as like with a very dark kind of energy here. Like, I don't like this. It's very malicious. Like someone's purposely withholding information from you in order to be able to control and manipulate the situation. Okay. Yeah, control. King of Wands, control and manipulate. There's also like this energy of them wanting you to be attached to them, you know? I don't like this energy, Cancer, simply because it feels like the person who gives you a little bit of breadcrumbs, like lures you in and then starves you and then lures you in and then starves you. And it's like, you know, they understand that they're by giving you these little like dopamine hits that it's going to keep you almost like attached to them, if that makes sense. The energy between you is the Queen of Swords. So yeah, there's definitely like absolute silence right now coming from this person. They could be very hot and cold with you, Cancer. How do they see you? Or how do you see them? How do you see them, Cancer? Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. I feel like they come in and they're like expecting you to compromise and cooperate with them, but then they don't want to compromise. Like they will bring up the subject of compromise to get you to like, the way it's showing me is like, they're like, Cancer, we need to compromise. So this is what I need you to do. This is what I need from you. But then they don't necessarily like they kind of try to shift the focus all about what you're doing wrong and what you need to do. But they never really change in their own behavior here. How do they see you? I don't like this energy, Cancer. It's very very selfish, very self-serving, very manipulative. They overstep their boundaries as well. If you establish a boundary with this person, they've definitely crossed it. They definitely crossed the line with you. That's what I mean. They have no problem with like hurting you or crossing the line with you when you establish a boundary. Whereas if they say, oh my God, Cancer, like I need space, you give them their space. But if you were to tell them, hey, I need some reassurance, they're not giving that energy back to you. How do you feel? You're watching them. They're watching you. You guys are spying on each other. Not talking, but both spying. Tell me more about your feelings. I also feel like, you know, someone may say that they're busy or like but you see them online, you know what I mean? Like you see them like active on social media. You see them like, for some of you guys, I feel like you might have even caught this person, like they didn't answer you back, but you can see them like commenting on stuff. You can see them liking stuff. You know what I mean? Because you know when you have people on social media, sometimes like your algorithms kind of sync up a little bit. So you may be like scrolling on TikTok or something, and you might like see that this person has commented on something 3 minutes ago, but they have like not answered you. You know what I mean? Like they haven't answered you. But you're like, well, you're clearly like out here on TikTok commenting on videos and scrolling on shit. So it's like you're able to see what they're doing here, okay? In their feelings, we have the Queen of Wands, okay? Again, with this like kind of entitlement energy showing up. They feel the most confident when they can keep somebody in a mental trap here. I don't like this. They're playing mind games with you, Cancer. They're for sure playing some mind games to try to keep you in a state of confusion, to try to keep you stuck. And it's really sad that the only way this person thinks someone is interested in them is if they have to like play mind games, or they have to like get their validation through the fact that they're psychologically torturing somebody. What's their intention? The Ten of Cups. Okay, so they do really just want to be happy, but I think this person is a very flawed perspective of happiness here. Their next action is the Eight of Pentacles. So, some of you guys might work with this person. You don't have to work with this person. Just the 3 and the 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Like, you might work with them. You might see them at work. I don't necessarily see them reaching out. Let's see what the outcome is. I do feel like they're just, you know, it's, yeah, they're in a very self-serving energy right now. They're focused on themselves. The outcome, though, you know, again, I'm intuitively, I feel like they're here just throwing you little breadcrumbs to make sure that they can still get their foot in the door when they want, right? That they want to know if you're still interested, but then they're not like actually doing anything after that. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. They want to be happy, but clearly there's like the only way they know to be happy is if they trick someone into liking them. So it's just funny because this person, you know, they may show up as confident, but they're deeply insecure if they feel like they don't even feel like, it comes down to them not really feeling worthy of love unless they have to use these strange power dynamics to get that love. And then that's not really love. It feels like manipulation. So we got Pisces and Capricorn energy here. Hidden truth. Just being near you is intoxicating. I look for you everywhere. Then we have Leo next. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Much appreciated. Got some water on my table here. All right, to Leo. Person that Leo is in no contact with. The person that Leo is in no contact with. Who are they? Oh, damn. Hold on, you guys. Oh my God. I almost dropped half the deck on the floor. I caught it between my stomach and the desk. All right, the person Leo's in no contact with. Perhaps another Leo here. What's their overall energy towards Leo? Okay, they like you. Tell me more about this, please. Someone is going to be possibly breaking this no contact soon, Leo. I feel like somebody is looking for clarity. They could also be waiting for you to apologize or something, waiting for you. Somebody, it's like this energy with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands is almost like they're waiting for something from you. They're waiting for clarity from you. It's like they want you to make a move. They want you to take action. They want you to do something. What is the overall energy here? Why are they what are they waiting for you for? What do they want? They could be waiting for a sign from you. Okay. We have the Justice card. All right, Leo. I feel like someone like views this as a karmic relationship. I don't know if it's you or them or like both of you. Okay. Somebody here is waiting for some sort of truth to come out. Let me get another one, but it's like they're waiting for you to speak your truth, okay? You both want to heal the connection. There's like a fear of, not a fear of like confrontation, but it's like neither of you want to be the first one to break the no contact, okay? Because, you know, for some of you guys, this is like a new-ish connection where neither of you have really admitted your feelings towards each other yet. How do they see you, Leo? Sorry, you guys, if my energy feels a little low today. It is. I just started bleeding and I was like, only been 13 days. Like, what is going on with me? I don't know what's going on, you guys. Like, that's like a very short cycle. Like, it just stops bleeding. How am I bleeding again? You're watching this person, Leo. So, you know, you guys, like, you don't really know this person that well. There's this almost like shy energy between you. How do they see you? They think you've moved on. They're waiting for you. Okay, they don't want to reach out because they think you moved on, Leo. Some of you guys, they think you've ghosted them. They think you ghosted them. You guys are kind of mirroring each other because you both are giving each other space, and then the fact that you're giving each other space is like making you think like each other has moved on. There's like a real lack of clarity here in this connection. How do you feel? You're just doing your own thing. You're trying to just focus. So, Leo, you're trying to not focus too much on this person. You may check up on them here and there, okay? But I feel like essentially you're like just trying to keep yourself busy, do your own thing, focus on you. And this person's picking up on that like subtle kind of energy. Damn, they really like you, Leo. I think there's a big misunderstanding here in this connection. Because they like you guys both seem to think that the other person is like not interested. However, their feelings for you are the Two of Cups, so they do like you. What's their intention? They want a commitment, Leo. Look, we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I strongly feel like this connection's going to reconcile here. Let's see. Their next action. So, all right. We got Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Hierophant. I do see quite a bit of silence here between you. They are withdrawing, but then there is a possibility of like there being a commitment here. I feel like one of you is going to basically break down and be like, okay, like, you know, what's going on here? You have the Six of Cups. Yeah, you guys are coming back together. I feel like this is a big misunderstanding. Like, say, Leo, you reach out and you're like, hey, like, what's going on? They're going to be so happy to actually hear from you. Because they have really misinterpreted the situation between you. And I feel like you're also misinterpreting the situation between you and them. Okay? And it's kind of sad because it's like you're just kind of accepting, all right, you know, maybe this person doesn't like me. Maybe I'll just move on. And they're like stressing over here thinking that you've moved on. But you guys actually both like each other. So that's what I have. We got Virgo here, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra. Hidden truth for my Leos. We have, I miss being with you. I still feel the pain. Alrighty, next up is Virgo. Just give me like a minute here, you guys, to like stretch my legs. All right, Virgo. The person that Virgo is in no contact with. Who are they? The person that Virgo is in no contact with. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. I'll take the one that fell face up. We got the Ace of Cups here. A new person that you have had romantic interest in. Tell me more. That could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone's emotionally conflicted here. What's their energy towards Virgo, please? They're focused on you. Someone's very focused on you. However, they do seem to be emotionally and mentally conflicted about the situation between you. So why is that? What is the overall energy here? Okay, my cat is here. Say hello, Moon Pie. Say hello to her tail. Let's see overall energy here between Virgo and this person. Hello, my baby. Yes, you have a beautiful tail. With her little bum in my face. You're so pretty. What's the overall energy between Virgo and this person? Okay. Hi. You're so cute. Yeah, the Magician. Okay, so yeah, this feels like something fairly new. I do feel like there's a lot of energy of desire between you. What are you doing? Why do you have to eat my book over here? Can you not do that? He's so cute. So there's a lot of like this energy of like this spark, this desire kind of energy between you. But for some reason, this person is feeling very conflicted about the connection right now. How do you see them? They're not sure that they want to open up their heart right now, Virgo, is what I'm getting. Because they're very closed off here. Are we knocking things down now? Let me just move something from my cat here, who is clearly trying to get my attention. Yeah, so, you know, you're seeing them as someone who, there was like a lot of flirting kind of energy going back and forth. Like they kind of came in all flirty with you. I think that once things started feeling a little bit serious for this person, like it was like a fun, right? It was like a little fun kind of flirty energy here. But once it started getting like way too serious with them, or they started actually feeling something, they have backed off a little bit now. How do they see you? Oh, yes, you are knocking things down, kitty cat. Okay, they see you as the moon. Yeah, you freaked them out. Well, you didn't freak them out, Virgo. You didn't freak them out. Their own emotions freaked them out. Their own emotions for you have freaked them out a little bit. And I think they started kind of overthinking stuff here. They definitely started overthinking stuff. With the moon, I do feel like a lot of fears, subconscious fears, have started coming up for this person. How do you feel about them? You're wondering if you should reach out or not, okay? I feel like you're waiting for them to message you. You may be like writing messages on your phone, deleting messages, you know, coming up with texts in your notes app. Let me just let my cat out. You wanna go out? Go. Damn, so many interruptions, Virgo, during your reading today. How do they truly feel about Virgo? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you guys, this person does not believe that you are single. They don't believe that you're single. Okay. I feel like they also think that you would be very dependent. Okay. I'm not saying you are, but you know, they're kind of seeking somebody who's more independent. Why are they so conflicted though? Like they're so conflicted. They think that there's like some kind of competition for you. Like they feel like they have to compete with somebody here. I don't know if you mentioned, Virgo, that you had like people interested in you, or if you mentioned about an ex or something, but that is like, for some reason, they think that there's some sort of like competition, and that's got them feeling like a lot of fear and insecurity, right? What's their intention here? They're trying to gain more confidence. You've triggered this person, Virgo. They've got a lot of insecurity here. And they got a lot of issues around like rejection. So the second they feel like they have to compete for your attention, or they have to compete for you, that really like discouraged them. Okay. What is their next action? What is their next action? The World. Let me see what the outcome is. Feels like they're working up the courage for something, or again, like working on their confidence. Like you've made this person realize where they're insecure. You've again definitely like triggered some sort of insecurity in this person. Now, you know, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like they're just essentially like over analyzing the situation. I don't necessarily see that they're coming back in. I don't necessarily see any communication. I feel like they've kind of decided that they are just done with this. But it's still really got them conflicted. It's still got them mentally and emotionally conflicted here. So at this time, they have not really like fully let you go. Like with this Four of Pentacles, I can see that they're still held on to you. However, there's too much like uncertainty with the moon. There's too much like confusion here. They don't really see the situation clearly. Like they took something you said, like, I don't know, Virgo, I don't know what you said, something you said, and they turned it, they made a freaking mountain out of a molehill here. Instead of just like asking you for clarity, they have now like created all these false scenarios in their mind. And they just like really took the energy and created a whole bunch of chaos like in their own mind here and in their own emotions. So I don't see them coming forward though. We have strong Leo here, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Gemini and Cancer. Hidden truth, please, for Virgo. I bury myself in work to forget you. We both know I'm not the one for you. All right, Libra. And now my cat wants back in. Are you coming in? Around? Are you coming in? Are you hungry? Okay, sorry you guys, hold on. My cat needs to be fed. Okay, come on. Let me get you some food. your pumpkin in right now, so I'm gonna give it to you for dinner, okay? I just have this one for now. Here you go. You are welcome, my baby. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Can you see my cat? Well, she was just in the picture like a couple minutes ago. She is eating now, so see if I can show you her when she's done eating. She does have her own Instagram and her own TikTok account, which is Moon Pie, or I forget if it's Moon Pie or Mooniper. Mooniper as in purr, like how cats purr. All right, so let's go for Libra now. Who is Libra in no contact with? Somebody who's avoiding you. Somebody who's avoiding you, someone who's avoiding a problem, Libra. All right, let's see. What's their overall energy towards you? Why are they avoiding Libra? Oh, damn. Damn, somebody's pissed at you, Libra. Somebody's like upset with you about something. Someone here is ignoring the truth of the situation and just choosing to act cold rather than try to work something out. So, you know, and sometimes when someone just jumps to conclusions, damn, you got full on ghosted here, Libra. Someone may have even blocked you. Okay. Why though? They feel like this can't go anywhere, Libra. Someone's feeling like, you know, this relationship, it's not going to go anywhere. What's the point? Okay, this is the energy that I'm picking up on for you guys. What started very quickly, ended very quickly here. What's the overall energy? The overall energy is doubt. Okay, it's a lot of doubt. Someone is like just very disappointed or feels like they're trying to avoid disappointment. I don't know what the heck happened here, Libra, but somebody is like not happy with the way things are between you. And rather than try to fix it, they would just prefer to take the easy way out, which is to avoid it, to run away from it, to ignore it. Okay. How do you see this person, Libra? Yeah, they are being quite distant here. Yeah, they definitely like just removed themselves from the situation. Some of you guys could be cross-watching too, so this could be you removing yourself from a situation with a Libra. How do they see you? Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This may sound strange, Libra, but somebody sees you as being too, almost like too cooperative, too giving. Okay, so what I feel like is going on here is somebody was like, they didn't want to directly tell you why they didn't think things would work out or why they're not interested. They know that you're interested in them. I feel like they could have been trying to, you know, perhaps let you down easy by making up some other type of excuse, being like, oh, you know, I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can be in a relationship right now, or you know, whatever excuse they made up, and you found a solution to the problem. I mean, I don't think you can really find a solution why someone's not ready, but you may have said, oh, okay, well, you know, let's just take it slow. Let's just like be friends. And that's not what they wanted, Libra, is what I'm trying to say. Like, that's not really what they wanted. They wanted you to just go. They wanted to say what they wanted to say, and they were hoping that you would just kind of like go away after and leave them alone, but you didn't. So they had to kind of go to the extreme here and completely like block you or cut you off. So they didn't want to tell you the truth, whatever the truth was. They just were hoping that what they did say to you, that would be enough of a hint that you would, you know, essentially just go away. As harsh as it sounds, but you know, then you're disappointed, you're upset. I feel like you guys are wondering like what you did wrong here. You're just caught up in your emotions right now, Libra. You're very emotional, very confused. This person, they don't want to deal with the connection. They don't want to deal with the conversation that they would have to have with you. For some reason, like, I don't know, it's like they almost feel like they would have to make too many changes or too many sacrifices for this connection. And they're not willing to do that. But when you know, tried to give them a solution to whatever their excuse was, you were like trying to meet them halfway. You're like, okay, well, we can compromise, you know, or I can do this, or I can do that, or tell me what you want me to do. I'll do it. I'll make this better. They didn't want you to do that, Libra. That was the problem. They didn't want a solution to the problem. They just wanted this to be like over, okay? In their feelings, we have the Ace of Wands and the Devil. So for some of you guys, you may have been like physically intimate with this person, and that's all they wanted. They didn't want you to catch feelings. They didn't want anything more than that. So for some of you guys, yeah, they kind of manipulated you because they may have like acted in a specific way to try to like get you into the bedroom or get you in their bed. And then they just kind of were hoping that things would, okay, I got what I wanted, so now, like, I hope Libra just goes away. But she didn't go away because, and the thing is, like, it's not your fault, Libra, because it feels like this person created almost like an illusion around the situation, right? This is like that type of energy of someone who tells you what you want to hear so they can get what they want, but none of it was real. What's their intention? This makes me sad. Yeah, they never intended to settle down here or want to be in a connection. They just wanted to be single. They're just for the streets, Libra, this person, okay? They are for the streets. They just wanted to have a one-night stand or a casual hookup or something here. Okay, their next action, please. Yeah, they're staying silent. You're not going to hear anything from this person, unfortunately, Libra. And the outcome, yeah. So the outcome here is I don't really see you guys coming back together with this person. That's not what they wanted. That's never what they wanted. I do see you guys are trying to distract yourself with work, with hobbies. We have Pisces, strong Pisces energy in the reading, and Capricorn. Alrighty. Hidden truth, please, for my Libras. I admire you. I want to tell you how I feel. I know that can sound confusing after the reading. I do think they do admire you. Like, they can admire you and still not want to be with you. I think they really wanted to tell you the truth and be honest, but this is just showing up as avoidance energy. Like, this person could be an avoidant attachment style, you know? So they never wanted anything deeper than what you guys had together. Unfortunately, Libra, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Next up is Scorpio. All right, the person on Scorpio's mind that they're in no contact with. Could be an Aquarius. Yes, somebody is mentally overwhelmed right now. Somebody they think about you a lot. They definitely think about you a lot, but they're really overwhelmed by the energy between you guys. Let's see. What's their overall energy towards you? There's a lot of confusion here. Yeah, somebody's really overwhelmed by their emotions right now, especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio. Like this Aquarius doesn't want to feel all these emotions. Some Aquarius can sometimes be avoidant because they'll be excited like in the beginning, and then once things start getting too deep, they can essentially like back off to try to avoid their feelings, to try to avoid being in this like uncomfortable place of emotion here. There's like them, just energy of them wanting to stay detached from their emotions. For some of you guys, the second this person started feeling too many emotions, it overwhelmed them. What's the overall energy between you guys? There is an energy of reconciliation between you. Sometimes with the Aquarius, okay, if you give them some space, if you give them some time, they'll come back around. But right now, it looks like they just needed, because for some of you, this could just be a temporary separation with that Four of Swords. Like sometimes the Four of Swords energy is just like retreating for a little while, needing space, not necessarily like a permanent separation. How do you see them? How does Scorpio see this person? Oh, you're watching them. You guys are watching a lot of readings on this person. Okay, they weren't very clear about why. They just kind of stopped engaging with you. But they may also still be spying on you or watching you. But I feel like you're seeking answers through tarot readings. Maybe you're doing your own readings. Maybe you're watching them. Don't get really caught up in these whole TikTok tarot readings and stuff, you guys, or even YouTube. Like when you watch too many readings, it just creates more confusion. Okay, and especially if you're in like a vulnerable or fragile state and you watch too many readings, you'll tend to click on the titles that you want. You know what I mean? Like you're looking for specific titles. You're looking for titles that fit, that kind of like feed your false hope or feed in your delusion. So that it's like, tarot can be dangerous because it's almost like giving you something to hold on to. But again, when you watch too many readings, like the truth just begins to get very blurred after a while. Okay, how do they see you? That's why it's important to take in, again, like we want to watch the readings that are all positive, but sometimes we need to like have the reality of the situation that it might not be like, they can't all be true, right? We have the Ace of Cups. So again, I'm not the type of reader that wants to feed into your delusion, but we do have the Ace of Cups here, which is telling me this person does have feelings for you. Now, that kind of fits with originally what I was getting here of this person just feeling very overwhelmed at this time, right? And just not being sure, like they got emotionally overwhelmed and not sure what they want. They do see you as someone that they possibly want to start something with. But I feel like right now they're still trying to figure that out. How do you feel, Scorpio? You're very upset, and you're very upset about this. It's weighing you down, my loves, because there's so much confusion here. Because again, I don't think this person really communicated any of this to you. But the reason why they can't communicate it to you yet is because they don't know how they feel. They don't want to make a decision when they're in that place of being overwhelmed, right? Sometimes you're overwhelmed and then you have a little space and the feeling passes. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles for their feelings. Yeah, damn. Someone's scared of getting hurt here. There could also be like a third party energy, Scorpio, like somebody is involved with someone that they work with, okay? I do feel like this person is trying to distract themselves. So here's the thing is that, yeah, like this person is like, yeah, I need some space to figure it out. But they have the space, but they're not really trying to figure anything out right now. Like they're essentially ignoring it by distracting themselves. I do feel like they also want to avoid getting hurt. They could have unhealed wounds that they need to address, and you know, when they start getting feelings for somebody, it triggers those wounds. What's their intention? Okay, their intention is the Fool card. That's actually not too bad. With their intention being the Fool, let's see what their next action is. But with their intention being the Fool, this is telling me that they do want to take a risk. They don't want to get hurt, but they understand that, like, ooh, I don't like that. Love is a risk, you know? You can't feel the feeling of love without risking the feeling of heartbreak, without risking the feeling of pain, right? So I feel like that's where they are right now is they don't know if they want to take the risk yet. There is a part of them that wants to. Now, what is this Seven of Swords about? I don't know, Scorpio. It looks like they might sabotage the connection on purpose. Or they're kind of like worried that if they... So sometimes people will be like, I need some space, but then that space just turns into forever, especially with the Aquarius energy. So let's see what the outcome is, but it does look like this person is kind of like in their next action. Oh yeah, that space is going to turn into forever, my loves. They may come back in, but I don't think they're staying. You know, there's like this, they may do something whether consciously or unconsciously, but on purpose in order to sabotage the energy between you. This person's too scared. Unfortunately, this situation is going to keep coming up for them until they choose to address it or realize that they're so scared that they're never actually going to find love if they're too scared to, you know, take that risk. But that's what I have. We have Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Hidden truth, please, for Scorpio. I want to start over. I left when I saw you with someone. Okay, I think my cat wants to come back in now. You're so indecisive, my baby. Come on. They want to see you. Well. Well, here she is. I know you can't really see her face because the camera's pointing down, but she just doesn't even, she doesn't care. She doesn't care, man. But she does have her own social media. If you follow me on TikTok, I'm only following 3 accounts. One is my personal TikTok, one is my moderator on TikTok, and one of them is my cat. So if you look at who I'm following on TikTok, you can find my cat's TikTok through there. All right. Sagittarius is next. God, you guys, I can't handle this weather getting cold. Like, my lips are so dry. My skin feels so dry. I just need to, like, moisturize constantly. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's cold. Guys, I hate winter. All right, Sagittarius. No contact. Who's in no contact with my Sag collective? Knight of Pentacles. Something feels stagnant. Feels stagnant. Someone's like breadcrumbing you guys. Okay. Something's just kind of hit a brick wall here. This person could be an earth sign, fire sign. Looks like they're carrying a lot of weight. Someone may be breadcrumbing you, but not like intentionally, Sagittarius. It could just be that they don't. I feel like someone is like reached a point of exhaustion here, Sag. It's like they don't have energy to give to the connection right now. What's their overall energy towards you? Sun in reverse. There's like a lack of clarity. Tell me more. Could be dealing with a Leo. Magician in reverse. Okay, they are doing it on purpose though. Someone here, Sagittarius, they could be trying to manipulate the situation. So maybe they are breadcrumbing you on purpose, but they are also very stressed out about something here. I feel like they're purposely trying to create this energy of lack of clarity. All right, Magician in reverse for me as a reader tends to be like a little bit of like energy manipulation, okay? What's the overall energy? And there's the devil. So yeah, confirmation right there. Oof, Sag. Okay. I just feel like this energy is very heavy right now. And because I feel the energy of the reading, but like I'm already tired today, and that just like, oof, man, someone is not being genuine here with you. Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you guys. We got player energy here. They are breadcrumbing you on purpose. How do you see this person? Page of Wands. There is a lot of like sexual energy here. You're just like super curious about what's going on with them. I don't feel like you're necessarily hurt or upset or anything. You're just like confused. You're just like, what is happening here? 1 minute things were like this, 1 minute things are like this. You picking up on the subtle energy of manipulation here, Sagittarius. That's exactly what it is. How do they see you? The Fool. They think you're naive. This person, they think you're easy to manipulate, Sagittarius. They see you, they could be like a little older than you. And they think that you're just like dumb and naive because you may have this type of fun, curious kind of personality. But oh, don't mistake you for a fool. That's what I'm getting. You guys saying, don't mistake me for a fool. Just because I let my inner child out, just because I live through my inner child, just because I express myself through fun and curiosity and adventure. Don't think you can play me for a fool. I think you guys do that on purpose. I think you kind of give off this little innocent energy just to see, because the thing is, it kind of makes sense. Like when you're really smart, you play dumb. You play dumb because then people think you're easy to manipulate, and then you can see what would they do if I was just dumb and easy to manipulate, And then you see their true colors, because sometimes like how people will treat you when they think that you're naive says a lot about them, right? If you come in acting too smart or being too smart, they have to step up their game and use different types of manipulation. So it's almost just like easier for you to pick up on if you just, play the fool. How do you feel? Oh, you're very grounded in this situation, Sagittarius. I don't see you like, you're definitely not losing your shit over this. You are going in here very strategically, Sag. You guys have gone in here, You have a game plan. Okay, yes, Sag, I love this. How do they feel? You have a game plan. You want to make a very informed decision about this person. And you're like, there's no easier way to do it than to play stupid and see if they play into that. They're showing up as their feelings with the Nine of Swords. Wow. Under all that manipulation, they're actually terribly anxious. So, you know, I like your strategy because a lot of the time people try to come off like they're overly confident when they're deeply insecure inside. You're kind of doing like the opposite. And not that you're showing up as not confident. You're just showing up, like I said, kind of like playing naive and playing kind of silly and dumb and seeing if it's just like, if to them that's like, oh, okay, Sag is cute. They're easy to take advantage of. This person is actually deeply insecure on the inside. They're going to be quite disappointed in how this all plays out, especially if you choose to call them out on their bullshit. What's their intention? Yeah, they definitely are not being, they're being silent. Their intention is to be silent right now. To keep you in the dark. They're using it as a manipulation tactic. All right, then we have Three of Pentacles in their next action. So I do feel like they may, you know, they may come back around at some point, Sag, and be like, hey, it's been a while. Yeah, they're coming back in. Judgment card. They wanted you to chase them, Sag. I feel like they really wanted you to chase them. So when they went silent on you, they were expecting you to basically crash out over them. Okay? And when you didn't, that kind of left them in a little bit of this anxiety of like, shit, did I lose Sag? So they're going to come back around and see if they can still get their foot in the door. We have Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, and Capricorn. Hidden truth for my Sag collective. I find you so attractive. You were the best thing in my life. All right, next is going to be Capricorn. Just give me a minute here, or a couple seconds, you guys. All right, the person that Capricorn is in no contact with, please. High Priestess. Could be a Pisces, doesn't have to be. Someone who's definitely gone silent on you, Capricorn. I mean, like, obviously, this is a no contact reading, but I feel like there's some sort of secret being kept here or information being withheld. Tell me more, please. Tell me more for Capricorn. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Got a very emotionally independent person here. Now, with this energy, somebody's keeping a secret for like their own benefit, Capricorn. Okay. Like the Nine of Cups at its worst energy, it is a pretty high vibrational card, but with the High Priestess and like in the context of the reading, and intuitively what I'm getting is that someone is withholding information for a very self-serving kind of reason here, right? Like the Nine of Cups at its lowest vibration, for me as a reader anyway, is someone being very selfish, self-absorbed, and just doing things for their own emotional satisfaction without taking consideration of how, you know, anybody else would be affected by it. There's a false start here. We have the Fool in reverse. Gemini energy showing up for their energy towards you. False start energy, the Fool. Someone's scared to take a risk here. Now, the secret or the information that they're withholding from you, this could be like related to something that they may think that you wouldn't accept about them, okay? For some of you guys, they're actually in a commitment. We have Hierophant energy here. So someone could be in a commitment. Someone may be not being honest with you about, you know, the fact that they're in a connection already. What's the overall energy between Capricorn and this person? The Eight of Wands. There's a lot of excitement here between you guys. I feel like there was at one point like a lot of communication. Now the communication has stopped here. Yeah, they've stopped pouring into this. There is emotion between you and them. Okay. For some of you guys, maybe this person is realizing that this is too risky, considering that they're in a commitment. Okay. They're like, all right. They may be reevaluating the whole situation. How do you see them? You are interested in this person. You also saw them as being interested in you. And all of a sudden this has stopped here. How do they see you? Two of Cups. So they like you. So for some of you guys, it's again like somebody may be backing off right now, Capricorn, because they're realizing that this energy of having you on the side when they're in a commitment is too risky for them. It's too risky. It may have been a little bit fun at first, but then they're like, you know what? I don't think I can actually do this. So yeah, somebody here, Capricorn, is realizing that they don't want to indulge in the risky behavior anymore. So you might have been a third party. You don't know about this. You don't know about the fact that they're in a connection. You were getting really strong feelings for them. So they may have just ghosted you or went silent instead of telling you the truth because they didn't want to make themselves look bad. Okay, how do they feel? They do have feelings for you. I think that they didn't mean to have feelings for you, Capricorn. I think this all happened very fast and very sudden. Someone did not expect to actually feel anything for you. What's their intention? Yeah, they've been sneaking around. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe they're gonna come back around. I mean, Mercury is in the shadow period of it retrograding. So let's see. What is their? Because with their intention being the Seven of Swords, they're definitely still in that risky energy. But when we have the Death card, their intention is to try to release this. What's the outcome? They may throw you a little breadcrumb here and there, Capricorn, but I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I feel like they are trying to be strong enough to let go of this. However, they are still in this kind of shady energy, so we'll have to see what actually plays out here. I do feel like they've really slowed things down between you, but they might throw you a bone here and there, Capricorn. We got Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces. Hidden truth for Capricorn. I left you before you could leave me. You came closer than anyone. Yeah, that was kind of a short reading. Sorry, Capricorn. But that is what it is. All right, next is going to be Aquarius. The person that Aquarius is in no contact with. Thank you to everybody who's hitting that like button. It's much appreciated. Someone who does not feel like you guys are in alignment, okay? Someone's losing interest, Aquarius, or someone has kind of lost interest here in this situation. Tell me more. Queen of Wands. Someone was very, like, they had a lot of desire for you in the beginning, but I think somebody here really thought that you two were gonna be like, I don't know, you guys, somebody might have thought, like, in their mind they like fell for the idea of you, but as they got to know you, this is such an Aquarius problem. Like, as an Aquarius myself, I feel like this is like the freaking theme of my love life. You know, like, people create this idea about us in their mind because we give off such a strong energy. And you know, we're usually Aquarius, like, we're always good looking, you know, like, we look good, we smell good, we're confident, and we have a strong aura, we have a strong energy about us. So we kind of give off this energy that seems a little bit misleading, but it's only because people look at us, you know, and they think that we're like this fantasy of theirs. But then when they realize we actually have so much more depth, they're like, oh damn, like, this is a lot. So I think someone like created an idea of you in their head, Aquarius, but you know, when you didn't really fit that idea, they kind of lost interest here. So they seem to think you and them would be very compatible at first, but they were just judging you based off how you look, Aquarius. So what's their energy towards you now? Yeah, somebody's trying to release you. Again, I feel like they had a huge focus on your physical appearance, and they did not really take into consideration the rest of you, you know? What's the overall energy between Aquarius and this person? This could have been a karmic relationship. This could be could have started as a professional relationship, or maybe you work with this person, Aquarius, or there's like some sort of money or, like, again, professional type of relationship involved here. I feel like you were just being honest, you were being genuine, you were being authentic, you were just being yourself. But, you know, it's better that somebody realizes that they don't like you than pretending they like you, you know, just to get something from you when they don't actually like you. So although sometimes these readings can be disappointing, like, it's all about perspective, you guys. You gotta look at it like, you know, they could have just led you on and pretended that they were interested in you. But I also feel like you're very intuitive, Aquarius, and you would have picked up on that. Okay, you see them as the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. There's some sort of like relation between you and this person regarding money or work or business, or maybe you guys like have the same type of job. Maybe you don't work together, but you have like the same type of job. I do also feel like you started to care deeply for this person, Aquarius. How do they see you? You got strong boundaries. When they realized it wasn't easy to get to you, you know, you don't make it easy to get to you, Aquarius. You don't play hard to get. You just are hard to get. And I feel like, yeah, they thought that was going to be way too much work, okay? They also realized that, like, you are not, you know, you're okay being alone. Their games just weren't going to work on you. I think they gave up too easy because they realized that whatever game they were trying to play wasn't going to work on you. Let's see. What is your feelings, Aquarius? You're like, whatever. You may have ghosted this person. You may have been the one who ghosted them. You are feeling like, if this person did ghost you, I do feel like you're a little bit pissed off about that, but more for the fact that you wish you ghosted them first. How do they feel? You're like, damn, they beat me to it. Damn, they beat me to ghosting them. What the heck? Yeah, they do like you, but they're not, like, there's just this energy of them not feeling particularly in alignment with you. For those of you who ghosted this person, because you may be in no contact because you ghosted, that just drove them a little bit crazy. They really want to know more. Like, they want to know why. They're very curious as to why you ghosted them. For some of you guys, you just like picked up on the fact that you and them weren't compatible. You know, you may have looked at this and like, we're not compatible. You just think that you like me. You think that you're interested in me. You just like the idea of me. So some of you guys, this no contact is because you ghosted them. What's their intention here? They're overthinking the whole situation in their head, but they are trying to move on. What's their next action? Oh, damn, Aquarius. They may reach out again. They may reach out again. I think you're going to avoid them, though. We got 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody's going to try to come back in here. But I really feel like for some of you guys, you're the one that ignored this person. Or if they did ghost you and they do reach back out, you're not going to accept it. You're like, oh, you ghosted me. Oh, you want to be a ghost? Okay, then I can't see you anymore. You do not exist in my world. So that's what I got. We got Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Libra here today. Let's get your hidden truth for my aqua babies. I can't stop thinking about you. Do I still have a chance? Yeah, they want to know if they still got a chance, but you don't really get second chances with Aquarius. You snooze, you lose. All right, next up is Pisces. Like, you might get a second chance with an Aquarius, but the second chance is not going to be the same as the first chance. All right, who is in no contact with Pisces? We have a King of Swords energy here. Could be an air sign, Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. Okay, very intelligent person here. Somebody could be a little bit emotionally detached here. Could be a little older than you as well, Pisces. Tell me more about this person. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, 5 of Pentacles. They definitely, okay. They could be playing mind games, Pisces. I feel like there's some mind games going on here. Somebody is also, like, overthinking. Like, you are in this person's head. Let's see. What's their energy towards you? Oh. Tell me more. Things seem to be moving very quickly For some of you guys, things are moving too fast with this person. Okay, they do have like the energy of commitment towards you with the Hierophant here. Some of you guys, yeah, someone felt like things are moving too quickly. This person is showing up as like very impulsive as well. They may have like brought up the idea of commitment and then regretted it after. What's the overall energy between you? Ace of Wands. Be careful with this person, Pisces. I mean, you're not even in contact with them now, but if they do come back around, be careful, because I feel like this person just has the tendency to talk shit, to like be impulsive in their words and their actions. They don't always mean what they say. How do they see you? Eight of Cups. For some of you guys, maybe you're walking away or you're losing interest in this person. When they ghosted you, you lost interest in them. Okay. Yeah, they definitely have created a distance here, and they've gone silent. You think that they're keeping a secret, or they're like hiding something from you. What's their view of you? The Justice card. You are completely different people, Pisces. You're showing up as someone who's very truthful, very honest, very loyal. And they're showing up as someone who is not those things. We have the Six of Cups here in their energy towards you. So there is like the energy of, you know, reconciliation here showing up. There's a part of them that wants to come in and like tell you the truth about something. Or speak their truth. How do you feel? They don't know how you're going to take it. Page of Wands in reverse. You are not at... Okay, so I feel like you are curious about this person, but you're trying to like not think about them. Like you're trying to ignore that curiosity. I don't think you really like have a strong emotional connection with this person. Again, I feel like they do like to talk a lot of shit. You just want the truth. I feel like it's bothering you. And I feel like you guys are, regardless of like what the outcome is, you're definitely putting up a boundary. So even if this person does come back and does all the right things, like you have put up a stronger boundary between you and them now. How do they feel? Just because of this action alone. They feel stuck. They feel stuck. They feel like things are very stagnant. However, you know, they do see you as their wish fulfillment. But there's just something so strange about the situation. Like they're not being fully honest with you about something. For some of you guys, they might be in a commitment as well. What is their intention here? Damn, they like you. The Lovers. They're trying to make a decision. Are they going to come back in? What's their next action? Feels like they're trying to make a choice. The Devil. They're coming back in with a very... I don't know, Pisces, because I do feel like there's a little bit of like mental fuckery going on here. Okay, and with their next action being the Devil, I don't know. I feel like they're coming in a little bit with a little bit of malicious intent here. With a little bit of manipulative energy as well. Okay, what's the outcome? If they do come in and speak their truth, I feel like they're still not telling you the whole truth, okay? They're leaving something out. The outcome is the Eight of Pentacles, Magician. Yeah, they're going to come back in talking about effort. I don't know, though, Pisces. I wouldn't trust this person because it feels like everything's very calculated with them. Okay, like again, it's like not showing up as very genuine. It's showing up as like being very calculated. So that's what I got. We have Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, and Libra. Well, let's get their hidden truth. What is this person's hidden truth towards Pisces? You didn't see my tears. I regret lying to you. Yeah. So again, Pisces, I feel like they're coming in under the guise of like, I need to be honest with you, Pisces. I need to tell you the truth, but they're still not telling you like the whole truth. I feel like they may come back and even like cry in front of you, but those are manipulative tears. Those are fake tears. What's that saying? There's like a saying about that when people like fake cry. This person's a great actor, Pisces. I don't know. But I feel like the fake tears are part of the manipulation. So let's do their sign and the hidden truth. Yeah, I feel like it's fake tears. All right. So this is for the collective. If you guys are dealing with an Aries, how does the Aries feel? We got the World, Three of Swords. The Aries is trying to heal. They're very sad. They're heartbroken. I do feel like they are trying to be done with this cycle between you and them. The Taurus wants to mend the situation. So they want to mend the situation, but not really mend the situation. I should have said it that way. They're trying to also heal, but they're just like doing their own thing. I don't see them wanting to come back in. The Gemini might reach out here. They're very focused on the physical aspect of the connection though. So just be mindful. You might get that like, what are you doing text in the middle of the night, or what are you doing? Come over, want to come over? Like one of those kind of texts. The Cancer is held on to you, but they're kind of stuck at a crossroads about what to do next. The Leo, wow. They got like a hate-love kind of connection for you, or feeling for you. It's like they adore you, but they also like feel like they need to cut you off. Like they hate that they love you. The Virgo is breadcrumbing you, going silent. And if they do come back in, I feel like this is just breadcrumbing energy. The Libra likes you, is inspired by you. You know, feels like you are their wish fulfillment, but they also don't know why. Also feel like the Libra has other options, like they're keeping their options open. The Scorpio is juggling you and another person. For some of you guys, there's a Scorpio that like left you for someone else and they feel like they made the wrong choice. The Sagittarius is coming towards you with an apology. However, something's off about this energy with the Eight of Swords. It's like, be careful that they're not twisting the truth, or like, I don't know, like there's something a little bit dishonest here. The Capricorn wants to start over. The Aquarius, there's going to be like a conversation or like communication between you and Aquarius, but they are moving on. Like the conversation may be about the fact that they are moving on. And the Pisces wants your attention, but they're also getting attention from other people. And okay, hidden truth. So same thing for all the signs. If you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries couldn't let you get close to them. They wonder if you're happy without them. Taurus is starting to understand the connection. They lost themselves for a little while. The Gemini feels you leaving them behind. They're not over you. The Cancer is grateful for the spiritual lesson and feels so happy with you. The Leo, finding out the truth crushed them. They feel like you and them were too young. The Virgo needs security, knows you don't feel the same. The Libra feels like you guys will be together again and wants to be more than friends. The Scorpio hopes that you can forgive them one day. Your intellect arouses them. The Sagittarius is so attracted to you, feels like you guys don't share the same values. The Capricorn wants you so badly, can't get enough of you. The Aquarius admires you, wants to tell you how they feel. And the Pisces feels you even though you guys are apart. And they also want you to know they won't let you down. Alrighty, guys, that's what I got for your no contact reading. I hope that you guys got some clarity from that. Thank you so much to everybody who interacts with the video. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, and I will